What's up, everybody? And we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Doc Ock from No Way Home. This is my custom. I just have him in a pose here just to kind of show off those bendy tentacles a little bit. And I'll get into problems with those tentacles here in this video. So let me get on this pose and let's take a closer look. So getting him out of that pose and just in a statue-esque pose here. And we'll be taking a closer look. He cannot stand all that well because the tentacles make him back heavy, so I have him just propped up on a plastic clear stand. But yeah, this figure is pretty cool, so let's grab him here and just take a closer look at some of the stuff I did. So I did paint the tentacles. I don't recommend it, only because my tentacles are sticky, and the paint is chipping off. You can see a lot of it has chipped off a bit. Just with me messing around with it and making sure it's all good, it is not good. So I don't really recommend painting the tentacles unless you really want to. But anyway, he is wearing 2 layers on his trench coat, which is pretty accurate, so I'm actually pretty glad they made it 2 layers. It gives a lot of depth to the figure. He does have that metal waistband on there. It's not glued down or anything. And as far as it goes, the jacket does look pretty nice and accurate. It does have a light texture to it, and you can kind of see that texture right there. Has a slight texture to it. And the tentacles, I'm not a big fan of. They modeled them after the nanotech tentacles when they really should have just modeled it after just the normal looking tentacles, because he didn't have the nano tentacles that long in the movie. And honestly, I just don't like that design. But I tried to paint it as if it was just the regular tentacles, and obviously it just didn't really come out as accurate because of that sculpt. But getting down to some of the other things here, his shoes are detailed pretty nice too. But anyway, that is pretty much it as far as details go. I'll go more in depth with the accessory section, but let's get on to articulation. Before we get into articulation, I have to mention, here's the box. Now, it's labeled as Spider-Man 2. Don't know why that is. But there's a look at the figure there on the box, and as you can see, that's what the tentacles looked like before I painted them. They were just a flat, dark gray. And then there's the side of the box, and here's the back with all the accessories and everything. But anyway, about that Spider-Man 2 branding, I think the only reason they did this, was because the likeness of the actor. So it's the same thing with the Andrew Garfield figure, so that whole likeness thing, but obviously it's the No Way Home body, and that is the No Way Home tentacles and the No Way Home clothing, but the actor himself, the head sculpt, I guess, has some licensing issues. So, getting into articulation, he's going to be a little bit limited, but the head can go up about that far, and go down about that far. Does have side to side. The arms do rotate a full 360. They go up about that far. That's as far as it's going to go. They go down to his side about that far. He does have bicep swivel. He has a single hinge elbow, but it does rotate. I guess the lack of articulation makes up for tentacles, but the wrists are on a swivel with a hinge. So they swivel around like that, and they hinge down and up like so. Now, his body's really limited. His torso is just on a ball joint, it looks like. It's really difficult to get in there because of the jacket, but that's as much as you're going to get out of that. If I can try even get any more. Yeah, you can only crunch forward that much, and you can only crunch back, actually not at all. But most of your articulation is going to be in the tentacles. And as far as the legs go, he can kick out about that far. He has no drop down. He can kick back about that far before hitting the coat. He has a thigh swivel. And he does have a double hinge knee, if I can get it here. Sorry, this coat's like in the way. If I can get it. It's a little bit difficult. If I can get it to... Okay, there we go. There he has a double hinge knee. And as for the foot, he has really good ankle rocker for some reason. I personally don't think he needs it, but his feet hinge down all the way, and his foot can't hinge up at all. So he's very limited on the body because these tentacles are what he's mainly going to be using. So it's fine that the body's limited. But as you can see, you can get these tentacles in any kind of position you want. All 4 of them are wired, and there we go. There, a piece fell off. These top tentacles, like these, at least top claw parts of the tentacles, really like to fall off. They are annoying. So there, you can see it fell off. So we're just going to have to put that back on. It just clips on. I've seen a lot of people have this figure and those parts fall off, so I guess that's just a normal thing. Which it shouldn't be, but all 4 of these tentacles basically have bendy wire in it, so they are extremely movable. So let's take a look at the accessories. So here is the accessories that he comes with. He has these 2 big bottom set of claws that are flattened out, so that way he can stand on his tentacles. And when I say stand, I mean not really, because he falls over all the time. So you'll see him on a stand here in the video. He comes with these 2 open bottom sets, which are a little smaller. These are just for grabbing. And he has these 2 top set claws, which are articulated. And when I say articulated, they're very limitedly articulated. I feel like they should have been a little bit more. But it's Hasbro. What can you really do? But they can open up like this, so give you that full splayed out look. And they're painted okay, I guess. He does come with these open hands right here. He does come with these fisted hands right there. And he comes with an Alfred Molina head sculpt. Now, the problem with this head sculpt is I feel like the hairline is pushed back, and the hair just isn't as accurate, and the glasses look a little bit big, but it does look pretty good. It's not as good as Willem Dafoe or the Toby head or the Tom head or any of those other ones. I think he's definitely the least good head sculpt. But and as you can see here, you can lift up the glasses, and that was not supposed to happen. Alright, well, I guess my glasses just broke on me. That's weird. That has never happened to me at all. Because I've pushed those glasses up a couple times just to see what the head sculpt looked like, and they've never broke on me like that. Okay, well, anyway, there's a closer look at the face. As you can see, it does look like Alfred Molina without the glasses on, but it just looks like Spider-Man 2 Alfred Molina. It doesn't look like No Way Home Alfred Molina, if that makes any sense. Just because, along with the hair and everything, it just screams Spider-Man 2, but not No Way Home for me. But yeah, that's really weird, so I guess that's broken now. I might have to glue that or something. But anyway, that's the accessories it comes with. So, getting some size comparisons here. You're not going to be really having Doc Ock standing up on his legs. For the most part, it's going to be on his tentacles, but I'm going to have him stand on his legs here just for the comparisons. But here he is next to Toby from No Way Home that I have painted up as a Spider-Man 3 look. Alright, so that's how he looks next to Toby. Now here he is next to the SH Figuarts Toby from No Way Home. Yeah, so that's how they look next to each other. I think that's a little off, maybe. Not sure. And here are some Tom Holland comparisons. So here he is next to the Final Swing suit. So you can see how that looks like together with that Tom Holland. And taking him out of the way, here he is next to the Iron Spider suit that I customized to be a little bit more metallic and more accurate in some ways. So that's how he looks next to Doc Ock, because they did fight in the opening scene of the movie. And taking him out of the way, here he is as a little bit of a real retro throwback. Here he is next to the Toy Biz Doc Ock figure from Spider-Man 2. And so this one is a definite dramatic change. So some final thoughts on the Doc Ock figure. The body's super limited, but that's alright, because you're not going to be getting his physical body in a lot of crazy poses. It's the tentacles you're mainly going to be playing with. And as you can see here, these are some poses that I got the tentacles in. But it costed me having the paint chipping off and everything. Don't really recommend painting the tentacles, because the tentacles like to chip off because they don't stick to the material that the tentacles are made out of, which is okay. I'm going to find a way to take the paint off and just figure something out. But for right now, it looks pretty good, and, you know, having the tentacles painted was really nice looking and everything. The whole licensing thing with the figure is a bit interesting. I guess the actor, just like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, I guess is still attached in a contract with that movie. So that's what I assume is the issue. And as you can see here, I recreated the Spider-Man 2 poster pose there. But yeah, I think it's a really good figure. Decent price. It was like around like what, $50, 40 maybe. It's a decent figure. But getting back to him staying on his tentacles, yeah, there he is. He can only use a stand to do it because he keeps falling over. I'm sure you can get it done, but that's all for this video. Just make sure to like and subscribe, comment down below if you have any ideas of what I could do with tentacles, but that's it.